This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from DeSanto Propane. DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. Visit Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at their original Waterloo location or all-new renovated location in Geneva. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Little John and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into FingerLakes1.com's live coverage of Finger Lakes East Boys High School Basketball Rivalry Night here in Seneca County. The Waterloo Tigers making the short trip east to take on the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils here in a midweek matchup, 1 week delayed in the making. Good evening once again, everybody. Paul Russo alongside me, Nate Sharman. And Nate, this is one of the more storied rivalries in the area. You can't beat it. It's the first time really in a couple of years that it's kind of had a little bit of juice to it as well. No place to rather be as we wind down the regular season here.
Definitely, Paul, and I think juice is precisely the right word because, driving here today, I was like, Waterloo, Mynderse, on a snowy night. I'm like, what's the crowd situation going to be like, right? Because this is a storied rivalry in all sports, and it really is awesome. You had a game that was a girls' game, CG Finney taking on Mynderse. That went to overtime, so that game had a lot of juice because that was a close game, and both teams were fighting strong. But this boys game there's even more fans that have poured into the stands, so the juice is heavy in Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium here in Seneca Falls. Yeah,
we're nearing not quite a full crowd at the moment just yet, but few and far between on the seats on one of the more unique old school gyms here in the area with Arthur L. Baker. So I know for you said even this is your first trip here to Seneca Falls in the Baker Gymnasium. So quick, give me your first thoughts here before we get into the game. What's it like being in this old barn?
Just an old style gymnasium. I mean, if you talk to me and I know my stuff about hockey rinks. I've been in a lot of hockey rinks in my life, and I love old style hockey barns, right? We call them. And this is it. I know barn isn't the right term, but it's that old style gymnasium, which is so much fun. And then you get all these people in here. These old barns, when you pack them like this, it's really, you can feel the juice, right? I think that's going to be the term of the night, juice.
All right, let's get into the game here a little bit, Nate. Now, story of two different teams kind of as the season's gone on. This Mynderse team now finds themselves above 500, riding a 3-game win streak. They've been good, hasn't been great. Talked with them a lot yesterday going into their game against Marcus Whitman, which they won. And one of the key things that each player and coach kind of talked about was the little things, doing the little things, free throws, not turning it over. And that's been kind of their Achilles heel so far this season. Yesterday made their free throws, not a ton of turnovers. They come out with the win. On the Waterloo side of things, it doesn't really matter. Coming in riding a 7-game winning streak. Haven't lost since we actually had that game at home against Geneva back in January. That was their last loss. And for this program, it's been a turnaround season. This team has kind of floundered a little bit the past couple of years. Now find themselves sitting near the top of the Finger Lakes East.
Yeah, it seems like that just a lot of good athletes come out of Waterloo. It's just when they couldn't put it together, right? And I think that's true with most teams, right? And on that 10th, when we were sitting in over in the other side of the county at that Waterloo-Geneva game, I kind of described it as, this is a good game to kind of figure out where you are and what you need to work on going into the sectional season. Waterloo must have heard me because they've ripped off 7 straight sets. So, that's just a huge deal from Waterloo. And then Mynderse, like you said, figured it out. Big win last night here against Marcus Whitman. And just to sort of propel them through the rest of the season.
Yeah, Waterloo was the first in the league to get into the armor of Wayne. Now finds themselves with the possibility of getting a league title potentially here coming up because Wayne is still on the rest of their table. And then on the Mynderse side of things, as well as Waterloo, to be fair, it's the B1 classification in sectionals where they will both reside. Waterloo sitting near the top of the table in that one, just behind World of Inquiry, and Mynderse coming in at the 6th seed. But 6 is where everybody is above 500 at that point. So we'll pause, take a step away here in the booth. We'll turn it over to Athletic Director at Mynderse, Kevin Korzaneski, doubling as MC here tonight for pregame festivities. We'll be right back in just a few moments here on FingerLakes1.com.
Officials have been instructed not to issue any warnings. Let today's contest reflect mutual respect between 2 neighboring communities. Due to the playing of the national anthem in the girls' contest, we will not be playing the national anthem. At this time, I will be announcing the starters for both teams. First, for the visiting Tigers, senior, number 1, Cameron Jacobs. Starting at guard, senior, number 3, Dylan Caraballo. Junior, number 11, Carter Peterson. Starting at center, junior, number 33, Evan Gasparo. And starting at forward, senior, number 54, Jaden Manzel. The Tigers are coached tonight by assistant coaches Mike Green, Brent Kim, Justin Sweeter, Jose Caraballo, and head coach Tim Mahoney. And now for your Mynderse Academy Blue Devils. Starting at guard, senior wearing jersey number 4, Anthony Lopez. Starting at guard, junior wearing jersey number 10, Brandon Seminary. Starting at guard, senior wearing 11, Jack Reed. Starting at guard, senior wearing 24, Griffin Pilmer. And in the middle, senior number 44,
Welcome back here in the booth. Paul Russo, Nate Sharman here with you. Your starting labs just announced. Mynderse in their home whites. Waterloo, the road oranges. Mynderse will be heading towards us here on what we'll call the south baseline for all intents and purposes here today on offense. Waterloo will be heading away from us. Starting 5 of Waterloo out first. Now Mynderse comes out. Griffin Hillmeyer taking the jump for Mynderse. And it will be Evan Gasparo taking it for Waterloo.
One quick thing, that was awesome by Athletic Director Kevin Korzaneski. Really good way to start this game. A lot of like I said, juice. I'm going to say that word 1,000 times tonight, but a lot of juice in this gymnasium.
Well, hey, we're ready here. Players are ready, refs are ready. Ball's in the air, and we're underway with Mynderse controlling the tip. Luffman controlling it for Blue Devils. He's above the timeline. Waterloo sitting in a 2-3 zone. Luffman swinging it for Brady. Luffman now to Creighton Seminary getting the start today. Finds Hillmeyer in the corner. He'll drive baseline. Runner no good. Long ball tipped around, so it'll be last off of the Tigers. Unable to control it. It's Jaden Manzel. And Mynderse will get a second chance opportunity here. 19 on the shot clock, 7:43 on the game clock here in the first. Hillmeyer inbounding it, baseline left side underneath his own basket. Goes up top and way above the half-court line, the relief valve of Anthony Luffman. Going and retrieving it, number 4, he's above the timeline, and back underway are the Blue Devils. Brady, left side wing, now dribbles top of the key. Finds Luffman, pass intercepted. Dylan Caraballo, coast to coast to the crib, and rims out. Rebound by Luffman. Here come the Blue Devils the other way. Finds Seminary, right side wing, drives through, pull-up jumper from the elbow, no good short. Gets his own board, tipping in.
Oh, nice work by Seminary. Didn't get the first one to go on that pull-up free throw line jumper, but goes and gets the rebound, puts it back up and in for the first points of the game.
The junior guard, a bit of a coming out party last night. Again, that win against Marcus Whitman. Earned himself the start today. Gets on the board first. Here comes Waterloo on offense. Caraballo, left side wing, now drives left side on the baseline, looking for help, kicks it back out. He'll go for Cameron Jacobs, now swings it back to Caraballo at the left wing. He'll use the Jacobs screen, works left side, runner on the way, no good short, rebound Plummer. Ends up in the hands of Seminary, finds Hillmeyer, and here come the Blue Devils back the other way again. Luffman, Plummer top the key, fakes left, comes right, spin move off, left-handed lay-ins in.
Oh, that was a fantastic spin move by Plummer. Spins this to his left, gets himself wide open for that lay-in, 4-0 Mynderse.
6:35 to go, first quarter play. Waterloo looking for their first bucket of the ball game.
You love big man moves, you gotta love that move, right?
Oh, I mean, it was a thing of beauty. Peterson with it for Waterloo, works right side, drives up against Plummer. Plummer takes the charge for the Blue Devils.
Oh, and he makes a fantastic defensive play after he makes a good offensive play. Plummer stands in there straight and tall and strong and tall and takes that charge call.
Peterson's first, team's first. Couple substitutions come in for Waterloo as Gasparo and Manziel checking in will be number 23, Hayden Willett, as well as number 5, Justin Knowlton.
That's still a good take by Peterson there. A better play by Plummer, but Peterson was able to get on the right just Plummer got there first to get that charge call.
Got dueling student sections here going on tonight. Waterloo making a little bit of presence known in the house of the Blue Devils. Seminary with it. Three-pointer on the way, no good short. Rebound Hillmeyer, second chance opportunity for Mynderse. Ball poked, and a great job there on defense by the Tigers, all things considered. And it will remain Blue Devil ball here with 6:03 to go in the first quarter. Still in front 4-0. Appreciate you, Nate, resetting our field mic.
Everybody almost got to that one, but
got me a great defensive effort. Hillmeyer gets it off his own inbound to Luffman. Back to Luffman, pitch and catch, three-pointer, no good short. Rebound Plummer, a third chance opportunity this possession for the Blue Devils. Leaves it for Luffman on the wing, goes top of the key now for Hillmeyer and a reset. Fresh shot clock, already down to 27 on that front for Mynderse. Luffman, top of the key, swings it for Seminary, left wing, fakes, now comes back towards the top, finds Luffman, skip pass, corner. Hillmeyer, three-pointer, no good, rims out. Rebound Jack Brady down low in the block, reverse lane, no good. Rebound Plummer, blocked by Caraballo. And the Blue Devils again with another opportunity though on offense.
Good work by Brady there to find the kind of soft spot underneath the basket there to get that rebound. He just couldn't get up and go, but Mynderse retains possession here.
Hillmeyer inbounding it. Waterloo still in the 2-3 zone. Inbound goes right to Plummer, and one!
Oh, and he is jacked up, and he should be. Plummer takes that inside pass, lays it up through the contact. He'll go to the line for one more.
Hayden Willett will pick up the Waterloo foul, his first personal, team second on the quarter.
Oh, I can't imagine if that was in the other side in front of the student section, everyone would have been going nuts.
Yeah, that would have been a...
They were going nuts, just on the other side, but it's still cool.
Big spot here for Plummer. Trying to get 3 points the old-fashioned way, and does. Plummer all leading the way, 5 total points out of the 7 for the Blue Devils, up 7-0 on Waterloo, 5:25 in the first quarter to go.
Quite the impact on offense and defense.
Caraballo through the lane, finds Jacobs from way out, three-pointer, no good, air ball, and rebound, no dice. Willett chased after it, couldn't get there in time.
Student section getting loud for Mynderse.
Someone that wasn't quite there last night for the Blue Devils, didn't really matter coming away with that win, but any advantages?
Waterloo, Mynderse, you're always going to have that student section on both sides.
100%. Waterloo out in full force as well tonight. Here comes Mynderse into Hillmeyer on the block. Goes back out to Luffman, corner 3, no good. Rims out, rebound for Peterson. He's going the other way for Waterloo already, wasting no time. 3-on-3 for the Tigers. No good on that jumper by Peterson. And rebound brought in by Hillmeyer. Hillmeyer the other way for the Blue Devils. Works left side, pull-up jumper, free throw line in.
Good work. Good work there. Mynderse, that's been all Mynderse. Timeout Waterloo.
And Coach Timothy Mahoney will take the first break of the game. I'm trying to see if it's a full or 30 here. It's going to be a full timeout taken by the Tigers at the 4:44 to go mark of the first quarter. All Blue Devils so far.
Yeah, quite the energetic game from both sides. 9-0 lead for Mynderse. They've just gotten them to go, and they've taken a lot of good shots. Plummer's work down low. He's gotten a bunch of boards and made a good impact on the defensive side, too, as well. So Mynderse leads early here.
Slide presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com made possible thanks to support from Weston Company Diamonds and Jewelry. Get your Valentine's Day trifecta at Weston Company Diamonds and Jewelry on Genesee Street in Auburn. Make any purchase of $250 or more. The Weston Company will throw in 6 red roses and a mini chocolate box. You can check them out online at westoncompany.com or stop in and browse their full selection, 10 Genesee Street in downtown Auburn. Or make quick use of that deal, I'd say. The time is upon us on Friday.
We're almost there, yeah. I think you're not necessarily running low on time to figure out your gift for your special someone, but it's approaching fast, right?
You could say you're at the doorstep. Waterloo's going to
I'd rather be at a basketball game, that's for sure.
That's true. We won't be anywhere Friday night, but I will be watching NASCAR season get going. So I have a date with Daytona.
Get ready for Syracuse UNC. That used to mean something, though, on Saturday.
Yeah. We'll maybe get more on that later on or not. Either way.
Spare everyone's ears.
Waterloo back going the other way now. Caraballo top of the key. Mynderse going to sit in a man-to-man defense. Caraballo jumper good from the free throw line. And the Tigers are on the board.
Nice job by Caraballo to find that spot and take that jumper and get the goose egg off the board for Waterloo, 9-2.
3.5 minutes in, Waterloo on the board with the senior guard. Into Plummer from Luffman on the block. Loses it, gets it back. Runner no good. He gets the rebound. It was Willett. And Plummer going to get dinged with the foul. He came over the top on Willett.
Oh, nice work by Willett for Waterloo there. So Plummer has the size advantage down low, but just even better defense from Willett to get that foul call.
So Plummer's team's first on the quarter. Caraballo the other way, a little mini pressure we'll call it. Hook from behind Luffman, Caraballo controlling it, finds Peterson on the left block. Peterson back out to Caraballo in the corner, right in front of the Mynderse student section. Going to work is number 3. Launches a runner in the lane, no good, rebound Hillmeyer. Poke though, he's able to retain it for the Blue Devil possession. 3:53 to go, first quarter. Mynderse still up 9-2. Hillmeyer to Brady on the left wing. Now working up top is Brady, hands it off for Luffman. Luffman now to Plummer on the left wing, takes his dribbles, finds a cutting Hillmeyer on the baseline, it's good.
Oh, fantastic pass by Plummer there inside to Hillmeyer as he finishes that one. Plummer's done it all this game. He's made defensive plays, offensive plays, and passes.
Waterloo the other way quickly. Peterson from the assist from Willett.
Nice play by Peterson, got him to go up in the air and then went up with it himself.
So Waterloo answering back on offense. It's 11-4 now. The Blue Devil advantage on the Tigers with 3:20 to go first quarter. Fast pace. Luffman finds a cutting. Plummer alone in the lane. It's in.
Fast pace is right, Paul, and right there again. Plummer gets wide open on the pump fake and lays that one up and in.
3:05 now to go in the first quarter. Blue Devils 13. Waterloo 4. Tying the biggest lead of the game so far again at 9. The differential. Peterson with it for Waterloo. Works up high. Working, going, ball poked by Luffman. Luffman dives after it. Also played by the senior guard. Finds Seminary cutting, no good. Rebound Hillmeyer. Waterloo just getting decimated on the offensive board front so far tonight by the Blue Devils. Luffman with it. Launches a floater, no good from the baseline. Rebound Willett, and here come the Tigers the other way.
They didn't score off it, but what a play by Luffman to poke that one away.
Nolan with it finds Willett at the free throw line. Watches a jumper over Plummer, no good in the lane. And the rebound to Plummer. Hands it off for Hillmeyer, and he'll bring it up court. Walking it up. Taking a little bit of clock with 2:20 to go in the first. Hillmeyer still with it. Swings it for Luffman at the top of the key. Luffman guarded by Caraballo. Up top to Brady. Three-pointer on the way. No good long, and rebound brought in by Peterson. Leaves it for Caraballo. The senior guard bringing it up court for the Tigers. Top of the key, guarded by Luffman. Spin move off of him. Right hand lay-in's good.
Oh, nice play by Caraballo. Right hand lay-in is good. Through some traffic there, too. Nice play-in by Caraballo.
Sub 2 to go. 1:51 on the clock in the first quarter. 13-6, the Mynderse advantage on Waterloo. Jack Brady, left wing. Now dribbles top the key. Hands it for Hillmeyer. Hillmeyer trying to find some help. Finds it in Luffman at the right wing. Takes a dribble, launches a three, it's in!
Luffman from 3. It looked like he went around that screen. He was looking to pass. He said, oh, wait, I'm open. I'm going to take this 3.
Yeah, I always worry about when you're not in the swing of it, but Hezzy no worse for wear as Waterloo coming to work on offense. Caraballo drives through. Oh, beautiful behind the back pass to Peterson. It's in!
Wow, what a fantastic pass by Caraballo. He's getting the scoring going for Waterloo. Also dishing it out True point guard.
Well, Jason Williams action from the senior with 1:10 to go in the first quarter. 16-8, Mynderse over Waterloo. Hillmeyer through the lane, and I believe we're having an offensive foul, and we do. Hillmeyer kind of used the forearm to clear out. Hillmeyer picks up his first personal, team second on the quarter with 1:08 to go in the first frame. Knowlton, the inbounder, goes to Caraballo. Another light full court pressure man-to-man by the Blue Devils. Caraballo met by Luffman above the timeline. Swings it for Knowlton at the top of the key. Now right wing for Jacobs. Jacobs, the sharp shooter, has been fairly quiet so far this evening. With it is Willett, top of the key. Thought about a three-pointer, thinks better of it, goes to Caraballo. 15 on the shot clock for the Tigers. Caraballo drives baseline, kicks it back out. Three-pointer, Knowlton on the way, no good long. Rebound, Hillmeyer. Hillmeyer bringing it up court. About a 6-second differential shot to game clock, 36 and 30 respectively on those timers. Luffman top of the key, extended out, guarded by Caraballo. Waterloo has now moved to a man-to-man defense here. Luffman lobs up to Hillmeyer, alley-oops in on the lay-in.
Wow, Griffin Hillmeyer skied for that alley-oop. He threw that up there, and I was like, wow, he's going to go get that, and he lays it up and in.
18-8, 15 to go here in the first quarter. Waterloo, no shot clock. They can take the last shot if they want, but it looks like Coach Mahoney wants to get a little bit of action going here. 6, now 5 on the clock. Caraballo going in, works left wing. Ball pump, strips away Hillmeyer. 1 second. He's not going to get it off in time. I don't think he recognized it. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. He missed the lay-in. And that will wrap up the first quarter here from the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium. It's 18-8. Mynderse in front of Waterloo. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break.
Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. Visit Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at their original Waterloo location or all-new renovated location in Geneva. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way.
We're back inside the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium here at Seneca Falls. FingerLakes1.com live as the Mynderse Academy Blue Devils up 18-8 on the Waterloo Tigers. Paul Russo and Nate Sharman here with you. Nate, fast-paced first quarter overall. Mynderse really kind of controlling the tempo here on offense. Waterloo took a little while to get into a little bit of a rhythm, and that's how they find themselves down by double digits.
Yeah, 18-8, but yeah, it really is a juiced game here so far. In this first quarter, you know, Mynderse jumps out to that 9-0 lead. They just fed off that crowd energy, right? The student section is loud. The family members are loud. Friends are loud. It's a really great atmosphere here, and Mynderse is able to capitalize off that and take out that strong 9-0 lead. But Waterloo was able to answer back with a couple buckets, and now we see a 10-point lead from the Blue Devils.
Waterloo will begin the second quarter with the ball. We're underway. Justin Knowlton, the inbounder, goes to Dylan Caraballo. He's joined by Carter Peterson, Hayden Willett, and Cameron Jacobs. Swinging it now, Caraballo back to Knowlton at the left wing. Goes into a cutting Peterson, but the pass too hard to handle. It's going to be a Mynderse ball coming the other way. On the floor for the Blue Devils, it's the starting 5. Anthony Luffman, Brandon Seminary, Jack Brady, Alan Plummer, and Griffin Hillmeyer. Luffman with it, top of the key. Works on Caraballo, crosses over, finds Hillmeyer at the right wing. Now dribbles top of the key, finds Seminary. Seminary now hands it off for Luffman. 20 on the shot clock for the Blue Devils. 7.5 to go in the second. Plummer top of the key, hands it off and dumps in for Hillmeyer at the right block. Fakes, now launches the floater, no good on the baby hook. It's going to remain Mynderse ball out of bounds. We have 7:21 on the game clock to go. A fresh shot clock for Mynderse, only a second drain from it. 34 on it. Hillmeyer inbounding, left side baseline underneath his own basket, goes to Jack Brady, runner no good, and Waterloo coming the other way quickly. Jacobs hands off for Caraballo. Back to Jacobs. Three-pointer on the way. Connects.
Oh, Jacobs going to get going here. They're going to need Waterloo's going to need him. He hit 10 threes. That's a school record last week against Penn.
So Waterloo back to single digits, trailing 18-11 to the Blue Devils. We're having an offensive foul, legal screen. Seminary tried to work around a screen from Plummer, and Plummer gets charged with the illegal screen. It's going to be his second personal, team's first on the quarter.
Big play there by Waterloo to get the ball back and cause that offensive foul call. Coming off a 3 by Jacobs. He was scoreless coming in before that one, and finally he's going to get one going. Like I said, hit that school record last week.
Nolan, the inbounder, goes to Caraballo. Top of the key, driving through, finds Willett on the block. Kicks it back out, Jacobs. Another three-pointer from the wing for Jacobs. No good short. Rebound brought in by Brady in Mynderse Academy. Hillmeyer coming the other way now on offense. Works left side. Now we'll have a timeout and a 30-second by Coach Prayne and the Blue Devils at the 6:43 to go mark here of the second quarter. This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to support from GoNet Speed. The future of connection is here, and it's fiber made for how we live and work today. GoNet Speed Fiber, faster and stronger than anything out there. You can check availability in your area as well as plans and pricing at GoNetSpeed.com and get ready for fast and reliable fiber internet straight to your home. Paul Russo, Nate Sharman here with you courtside. Mynderse Academy up 18-11 on the Waterloo Tigers early on here in the North End Seneca County rivalry. Boys basketball edition of it.
I love these cross-town or cross-county, rivalries. They're so much fun. Everyone gets really into it because, to anyone that says that the rivalry isn't what it used to be, I would beg them to come down to the gymnasium today and look at it because I think it's as good as it ever was, in my opinion.
Packed house here, a little bit of tricky weather, we'll call it, to be fair, and hasn't really deterred too much people here tonight. Inbound goes to the Luffman, guarded by Caraballo. It's a similar soft press to what Mynderse has done to Waterloo. They'll answer in return. Brady with it now. Finds Seminary, hands it off for Luffman at the left wing. 15 on the shot clock now for Mynderse. Top of the key, Plummer. Looking for assistance, skips past the Seminary, left corner. Dribbles out, back to Plummer, top of the key. 10 on the shot clock now. Plummer hands it off for Hillmeyer. Hillmeyer now looks for help. Gives it to Luffman, 5, now 4 on the clock. Luffman trying to find help, 2. Launches it. No good on the jumper, gets his own board, second chance is in.
Oh, good work inside there by Luffman to get that offensive board, find that little spot inside there and lay it back up and in.
Brandon Lee into the game for Waterloo for the first time. He kicks into the corner for Peterson, three-pointer from Carter, no good, short. Try to get his own board, him and Luffman chase after it. Who comes away with it? It's actually Dylan Caraballo, and he's going to get fouled from behind, a reach in, and I think that's going against Hillmeyer. Survey says Griffin Hillmeyer with the foul. His second personal, team's first, or rather second on the quarter.
Good fight over there on the other side, on the other sideline there for the ball there, and Caraballo comes up with it after the save by Peterson, and just a foul called on Caraballo as they start back the offense up.
Fresh 35 on the shot clock for the Tigers. Comes at the 5:50 to go mark of the first half.
You're the Cowboys, sounds like we're at Mississippi State.
I was about to say, I don't know who brought that in. Normally you can't have those. Oh, great find by Caraballo to Willett. And Willett gets on the board.
Another fantastic find by Caraballo. Like you said, Jason Williams.
Will be 20-13 the Mynderse advantage. Now Jack Brady top the key for the Blue Devils. Ball stripped from behind into the hands of Jacobs, or of a chase down foul.
Guess who on that poke? Caraballo was able to get his hands in there. Always active hands on the defensive side.
Jack Brady, first personal foul for him. Team's third on the quarter. We'll have Mynderse with their first substitution of the game here in just a second, as it'll be Derek Mercedes Rivera coming in, and he'll get Alan Plummer at the 5:28 to go mark of the second quarter. Inbound from Peterson goes to Caraballo. Top of the key, works left side, spins to the right. Little runner, no good. Rebound Hillmeyer. Now Caraballo strips it from behind. Hillmeyer and Caraballo go after it on the floor. We'll have a jump ball. It will be a Blue Devil possession here, as now Waterloo makes a substitution of their own. Justin Knowlton checks back in. He'll get Cameron Jacobs. Mynderse ball, 5:18 to go, second quarter. 20-13, they find themselves in front of Waterloo. Anthony Luffman with it for the Blue Devils, guarded by Justin Knowlton of the Tigers. Top of the key is number 4 and number 5, respectively. Luffman looking for help, finds it in Brady, left wing, takes a dribble, now looking for help again. Ball poked and stripped away, another steal, Caraballo. Here comes Waterloo the other way. Euros through the lane on Luffman, no good, a little English, and it's short. And it looks like he'll head to the line for 2. And let's see who they'll get Mynderse on the foul with here. It'll be Anthony Luffman picking up the foul, his first personal and team's 4th on the quarter already.
Caraballo not only offensively getting it going with passes and scores, but right there another steal as he got his active hands in there again. Poke that one away. Now he's at the line.
I think the officials let a premature sub in, but either way, Caraballo with it for his first good. The substitution for Mynderse is Nicholas Manzel. He'll get Jack Brady. We have 5:58 to go in the second quarter. Caraballo back with it for his second of 2 on this trip. Takes a dribble, spins it, and releases, connects. So Waterloo clawing back here in the second quarter, 20-15. They're out in front with 4:55 to go. Hillmeyer with it, swings it to Luffman above the timeline and top of the key. Luffman back to Hillmeyer in the left wing, guarded by Peterson. Swings it for Menzel here in the corner. Left side, uses a Mercedes Rivera screen. Now back to Luffman at the top of the key. Luffman guarded by Knowlton, swings it for Hillmeyer at the right side wing. Hillmeyer now takes some dribbles, top the key, up fakes, now back to Luffman. Three-pointer on the way, no good, long ball tipped around. And the hands of Seminary, didn't hit rim, 5 on the clock. Seminary three-pointer, no good, rims out. Ball on the ground, Rivera comes away with it, second chance is good.
Oh, nice work by Mercedes Rivera. Able to get that offensive board and put it back up and in.
And a timeout taken, a full one by the Blue Devils at the 4:21 to go mark here in the first half.
What an energetic game we've had so far here, Paul, on both sides. But especially, it seems like Waterloo was crawling back a little bit early in that quarter, and Mynderse answers, right? Especially with those offensive boards. Those are just killers. When you feel like you have it as a team, you have that defensive board, and then a guy skies in and grabs it.
And it's one of those things where both teams are all things considered, playing pretty well. And the one glaring thing, though, I think for Waterloo is the fact that they just are not doing well guarding against those offensive rebounds for Mynderse so far.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly on the size matchups. It does look like Mynderse.
They're pretty even,
They're pretty even. Mynderse may be a little bigger, but I think almost what comes down to is just being smart and knowing where your positioning is below the basket, more than size sometimes in these basketball games. And I think Mynderse has exploited that so far. They've been able to kind of find those, I'll call them soft spots in those spots, and able to get those old boards.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Look at you.
Think about
First horn goes.
Thinking about the soft spots in the zone that maybe Dalton Kincaid or some of the other Bills players could have found against the Chiefs, but we won't go there.
Oof. Self-owned. Paul Russo, Nate Sharman.
It was nice to see the Eagles dominate them last weekend, though, wasn't it?
That's,
as a Washington
yeah, well, you know. I didn't mind seeing Kansas City get beat down.
It's always
I'll
fun to see
that
Patrick
way.
Mahomes to see him lose. It's always fun, right?
Yeah. So Waterloo will inbound it. They have full use of the baseline should they need it because it was off a made shot. Inbound from Knowlton goes to Caraballo. Now Mynderse retreats back into a half-court defense. Caraballo above the timeline. Mynderse man-to-man in the half-court. With it now, Brandon Lee. Lee top of the key. Fakes right now, comes back left. Looking for help is Lee. Finds it and Willett. Thought about it. Now takes the three-pointer. No good long and rebound by Rivera. Here comes the Blue Devils back on offense. We got 3:55 to go here in the first half of action. Hillmeyer above the timeline, swings it for Seminary, left side wing. Fakes it left, now comes back towards the top, finds Luffman. Luffman into Rivera, who had position on Willett. Lay in, no good. He's going to go to the line for two.
Oh, nice work by Rivera to spin off that one and get the pass inside by Luffman. He went up strong with it, got fouled. He's going to go to the line.
That foul is going to go against Willett, his second personal, team's first on the quarter. Derek Mercedes Rivera to the line. First trip, or rather second trip for the Blue Devils this evening. Releases his first. Rolls in and good. Substitution for Waterloo as Cameron Jacobs will come back in. He'll get Carter Peterson. Give him the breather. Derek Mercedes Rivera, 7 points a season high against Newark about a month ago. No good on his second. Rebound by Waterloo. It's going to be off of Waterloo. Caraballo came in. It looks like him and Jacobs and Willett all kind of came together, and it's going to be off of one of their legs, and possibly is able to get the board.
I don't know if it was a miscommunication, but Waterloo all went in for that board, and like you said, knocked off Caraballo, wanted to bounce.
Willett checks out. Evan Gasparo comes back in for the Tigers. Hillmeyer, the inbound, goes to Rivera. Now back to Hillmeyer in the lane. Looking for help. He's triple team. Ball stripped away. Ends up in the hands of Cameron Jacobs.
They get it back anyways, right?
Yeah, here comes Waterloo. So, well, not really no harm, no foul necessarily, but really no harm in the scoreboard. Caraballo with it. Tries to go up and does. No good on his lane. Kind of went in amongst a little bit of Mynderse Academy defenders. About a triple team down there, and coming away with it, the Blue Devils are coming to work on offense. 3:15 to go in the second quarter. Menzel with it, left wing. He's guarded by Nolan. Now comes back to the corner, tries to work baseline, and looking for help, finds it to Hillmeyer at the left wing. 15 on the shot clock for the Blue Devils. Hillmeyer leaves it for Luffman. Luffman now looking for some help. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers in the half court. 7 on the shot clock. Seminary with it into the lane. Hillmeyer got a little bit forgotten about on the block. No good. Good defense there by Waterloo. And a little bit better defense by Mynderse. And it's, they're saying last off of Caraballo. Oh, nope. I'm about to say. I thought it was off of Luffman for sure, but just an inadvertent signal from the official. Luffman and Caraballo get a good laugh out of it. And it will be Tiger ball. Mynderse will go full court pressure here for a moment.
Even Coach Mahoney was kind of like, what's going on here?
Yeah, both coaches were kind of trying to figure out what the case was. Caraballo has it above the timeline, getting some orders from Coach Mahoney. Now goes to work, finds Knowlton. Now Lee in the left corner. Coming back out as Lee hands it off for Caraballo. Caraballo works left side wing, guarded by Manziel. Spins off of him at the elbow. Tried to dump it into Gasparo, no good. Three-pointer on the way from Jacobs, no good. Rims out, rebound by Hillmeyer. Blue Devils the other way, 2:18 to go in the half. Hillmeyer, coast to coast, no good. He's going to head to the line for two. Him and Gasparo met at the block. And Gasparo will pick up the foul. Will be his first personal and team second on the quarter.
Gasparo almost got there, just got him a little bit there on the foul to add to the line here. As Seminary's going to head to the line.
Hillmeyer has been scoreless in the second quarter here. Opportunity to pick up a couple from the charity stripe. Hillmeyer with it now for his first of two. Releases and in. Substitution for Waterloo as Carter Peterson checks back in. He'll get Brandon Lee. Back on January 8th. Mynderse was in Waterloo, a loss for the Blue Devils in that game. Hillmeyer had 11 points. Hillmeyer releases his second of two, and it's in. And that Mynderse lead stretches back out to 10, 25-15 with 2:15 to go here in the second quarter. Peterson with it, works left sideline, finds Jacobs in the left corner in front of the students of Mynderse. Kicks it back out from Nolan, tried to jump it, was Luffman. Swings it back to Jacobs in the corner now, 20 on the shot clock for the Tigers. Hands off for Caraballo, under two now to go in the quarter. Caraballo with it, top of the key. He's guarded by Rivera. Caraballo, oh, nice crossover. Jumper from the free throw line, in.
Oh, that was pretty by Caraballo. He got the switch. Mercedes Rivera came up on him, then he crossed him up. Knocked in the free throw line jumper.
I don't know what's going on. I think the Mynderse bench is getting a warning of some sort over there. Can't tell exactly from our angle. Yeah, it looks like both coaches
are getting a talking to by the referees that we don't need help from you.
It's pretty interesting.
Those his words.
Admittedly, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that.
I don't necessarily blame the referees sometimes. When everyone's telling you how to do your job, you get enough's enough.
Oh,
right?
I'm with you. I just don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that, though. What just happened.
Better to nip that in the bud in the second quarter than get towards the end of the game, I would think.
Yeah, so Waterloo took a timeout there, a full one, with 1:48 to go here in the second quarter. Slide presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team. They share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. You can check them out online at littlejohnortho.com. Paul Russo, Nate Sharman here with you courtside, FingerLakes1.com. Finger Lakes East basketball rivalry night. Waterloo traveling to Seneca Falls to take on Mynderse. Blue Devils out in front, 25-17 on the Tigers.
This is a big 1 minute 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Mynderse with the 8-point lead. Going to decide who gets to go in the break with what the lead is, and if Waterloo's able to crack into this lead a little bit more and get it to closer to tied, or is Mynderse going to be able to take a more commanding lead going into the break?
Yeah, we'll see here. Waterloo's been able to tighten up pretty well this second quarter. On the floor for Mynderse, Nicholas Manziel hands off for Anthony Luffman, joined by Bryn Seminary, Griffin Hillmeyer, and Derek Mercedes Rivera. Man-to-man by Waterloo in the half court now. Luffman with it. Works on Caraballo left side and leaves it for Manziel at the top of the key. Manziel still with it. Oh, nice fake. Goes now, finds Rivera alone on the right block lane. No good. Rebound by Willett. Here comes Waterloo the other way. Peterson left side wing. Guarded by Hillmeyer. Swings it out for Caraballo. Caraballo now drives through. Oh, it was a beauty of a pass. Ends up in the hands of Peterson after being tipped around. Three-pointer on the way. Cam Jacobs, no good. Rolls out of bounds. And it'll be Mynderse ball with 1:15 to go here in the second quarter.
Ball was bouncing around there. It almost got out to Jacobs. I thought he was going to hit that three, a relatively open look, but it doesn't go in.
Mynderse the other way now after the inbound. Hillmeyer will be met by Peterson. Hillmeyer drives through, tries to kick out and does a Seminary. Seminary up fakes, now drives through. Little baby runner from the free throw line. We'll have a travel on Seminary as he was trying to get some space. So turnover on the Blue Devils, 1:01 to go, second quarter. Still in front, 25-17 on the Tigers, and Waterloo coming the other way, under a minute to go. Caraballo with it, swings it for Knowlton at the top of the key, drives right on Luffman, laying up and good.
Oh, nice take inside there by Waterloo. Maybe the cut in his steps out a little bit more.
Here comes Hillmeyer quickly the other way. Blue Devils have about a 12-second differential shot to game clock. Mansell with it in the lane, kicks it back out for Luffman, top the key. Luffman guarding and now, getting guarded by Peterson, directing traffic, number 4. So with it, Luffman works right side, drives in, lay-in, no good, and we're going to have a foul. 2 shots on the way for Luffman as we're going to Peterson with the foul. Peterson's second, team's third on the quarter. Luffman heads to the line for the first time tonight. Comes with 27.4 to go here in the second quarter. Luffman's first in. Substitution for Mynderse, it will be for the shooter. It will be Jack Brady coming in for Luffman. Should he make it? Luffman back with it for his second of the 2 releases and in, so he'll get a quick extra breather here coming into halftime with Jack Brady coming in for him. It's 27-19, 27.4 to go on the clock. Full court pressure by the Blue Devils. Brady guarding the inbounder, Knowlton. Goes to Jacobs, who's guarded by Mansell. Above the timeline, Jacobs. Still guarded by Mansell. Swings it corner for Peterson. Little dribble out, finds Knowlton at the top of the key. 15 on the clock. Peterson, three-pointer from the wing, no good. Long rebound brought in. Mansell finds Hillmeyer cutting up 4, 10 on the clock. Hillmeyer, Euros through the lane, no good on his lay-in. Knowlton rebound up to Caraballo, 4 on the clock. Gets Seminary in the air. Caraballo good, and that will do it for the first half of action here in the Baker Gymnasium, and now we have a timeout here.
Fantastic heads-up play by Knowlton to get that rebound and find Caraballo shrieking down to get that bucket in.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's...
Did they knock it, or did Caraballo knock it off? I don't.
No, Caraballo definitely got it off in time.
There's got to be. Maybe they're putting time back on the clock, right? They could probably put a second on. Yeah.
I'm admittedly kind of confused, though, as what the call is exactly here.
Yeah, no, it's just a bucket with a 1.1 they put on the clock, it looks like, right?
Yeah, but that's pretty weird, though.
Well, he didn't shoot it at the buzzer. There was definitely time.
Okay, now this is pretty...
Oh, now we got chaos.
Yeah, because now, okay, the one official said Waterloo ball. I think it should be Mynderse ball, unless I'm missing something here.
Yeah, I would think it'd be Mynderse ball, at the baseline with a good basket. It looked like to me that he got it off with a little time left.
Correct. Okay, so it's Waterloo ball?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not too sure here what's going on. Waterloo's going inbound here with the opportunity to get another bucket. Caraballo into Peterson. Buzzer beater alley-oop on the lane to Carter Peterson for his 6th point on the night. First bucket of the second quarter. And that will make it 27-23 to end the first half of action here at the Baker Gymnasium now officially. So we'll step aside here. We'll be right back with our DeSeo Propane halftime report here on FingerLakes1.com.
This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from DeSanto Propane. DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. Visit Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at their original Waterloo location or all-new renovated location in Geneva. Dine-in, take-out, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Littlejohn and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
Welcome back in, everybody, for the DeSanto Propane Halftime Report here on FingerLakes1.com. Paul Russo and Nate Sharman here with you, courtside in the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium in Seneca Falls. Thank you for making us part of your Wednesday night. Blue Devils in front, 27-23 on Waterloo. And Nate, it's been an interesting opening 16 minutes here. We saw Mynderse jump out to double digits, 10 points. Since then, Waterloo's just slowly but surely kind of clawed their way back and find themselves now trailing by 4 going into this halftime break.
Yeah, it's a chilly night outside. You know, there's a little bit of snow coming down, but it's certainly not chilly in this gymnasium.
No.
You got a little heat coming out from both sides. You know, the rivalry, just that natural heat, and then you have a little bit of interesting spots from the refs where they're you know, getting on the coaches for not telling them the right calls and stuff. So I don't blame the refs there particularly that much. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to see two teams battling like this.
Yeah, as we are here pretty much 4 minutes into this halftime break, and it's been really exciting. This game delayed a week by weather. Also got weather going on outside right now, so of course, you know, one of those maybe ball don't lie type moments in terms of that. But either way, you know, this is a Mynderse team that we're riding a little bit of momentum coming into this. Waterloo's had a ton of momentum all year. It's kind of just the way basketball, and this time of year especially, goes. We're a week away, more or less, from the end of the regular season here. As Mynderse is going to come out of the locker room for warm-ups here in halftime. And we know both these teams, Nate, Class B1, they're going to, you know, it's entirely possible that they may see each other for a third time here. It'd be a rubber match style, obviously, game in the postseason where it's win or go home. The way the seedings line up right now, I don't think they'd be meeting in the sectional final, unfortunately. But, you know, with a few games left in the pocket for each team, things can certainly change.
Yeah, certainly things can change as we get through February here. It's amazing that we're already through February and almost sectional time. But I would think more so in the locker room right now. I know that Mynderse is already back, but the talk is more so than strategy has been to kind of calm your players down, because you've had a couple moments where you've had a lot of pride going on from both sides of the court. I don't think that's a bad thing, but you can't get too overhyped, right? You can't let too much of it portray how you play on the court, and I think that's really important for these coaches to sort of calm their guys down a little bit, but you also can't calm them down too much because you need to be into the game, right? So I think it's a really tough coaching position on both sides, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting part here is I don't know if the players themselves have been necessarily chippy with each other. That's
no, definitely
thing.
not, no.
And, you know, that's one of the things that's
on both sides, when someone goes down on the ground, they're helping the other team up every time.
It's been an interesting thing to kind of witness here. It almost, I don't know, seems like outside sources are kind of causing more stuff than not. At the moment.
And I think that's part of the rivalry, that you can have that for sure, where you know, you're kind of living through the we portion where everybody's a part of it, and I think that's so cool to have in a county where they're fighting, where both teams are fighting, clawing, inching for a win, right? And I think that's really awesome.
So a quick scoring breakdown here. We'll begin with the Blue Devils up 27-23 on Waterloo. 8 points for Griffin Hillmeyer. He has a team high for Mynderse. 7 points each for Anthony Luffman and Alan Plummer. 3 points for Derek Mercedes Rivera. 2 then for Braden Seminary to wrap up things on the Blue Devil side. For the Tigers, it's a game high 10 for Dylan Caraballo, 6 for Carter Peterson, 3 for Cameron Jacobs, and 2 each for Justin Knowlton and Hayden Willett. Elsewhere around the Wayne Finger Lakes tonight on the boys' side, it's a pretty soft, quiet slate. Canandaigua's at Greece Arcadia, Victor at Penfield for a couple of our friends now up in Monroe County, and Mid-Lakes at Geneva in another Finger Lakes East contest. On the girls' side, it's a much more bigger slate. Bloomfield is at Mid-Lakes, Williamson Marion on the road in Clyde Savannah, Dundee Bradford traveling up to Rochester to take on HAC, East Rochester at North Rose Wolcott, Red Creek at Ganonda, Red Jackets at Honeoye, Lions at Sodus, Naples at Romulus, and then we already have one game confirmed in the book. That was the Mynderse girls in overtime getting a victory over CG Finney before we went live here for the boys game. They won 42-40 with an extra 4 minutes on the clock in that contest.
Packed night in high school basketball.
Yeah, that time of
Pretty
year.
awesome to see. It's so cool to see it, as I was just mentioning, as February winds down and we get into sectional time. Jockeying for position in all types of standings, right, and kind of figuring out where you are. It's such a fun time of the year.
Won't have it any other way as we got 2:20 to go here as the Tigers now exit out of the locker room for halftime warm-up. Plan here for our broadcast schedule on FingerLakes1.com. Upstate Hoops, Monday at 2 p.m. Recap the week of action around the Wayne Finger Lakes and the week ahead. New power rankings as well. Probably done on the regular season side of broadcasting as we'll prepare for our postseason slate, which, Nate, you talk about packed schedule. That's packed schedule hitting a high gear as we'll be multiple places at the same time more than likely.
Yeah, not a bad thing.
No, absolutely not.
Always fun to be in a gymnasium wherever it is and watching high-level basketball on both sides.
So now both teams out here with a minute and a half or so in the halftime break to go. Getting very loose warm-up period here for both teams, I've noticed. Not as rigored as pregame.
And I think that goes back to what I was saying about just, remaining in the game, in the focus, because I think the strategy and execution on both sides has been good. And it's just making sure that you're in the moment and at the right spot and you're in the right spot headspace-wise.
This is going to go any other way here. I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe had back-to-back overtime games here tonight in the Baker Gymnasium.
No, I don't think that's not a possibility for sure. With a 4-point game at half, it can go either way for sure.
Waterloo coming in riding a 7-game win streak. For Mynderse, it's a 3-game win streak. So either way, somebody's momentum will be chopped off here with at least 16 minutes left to go on the collective game clock.
Both teams in action on Friday night. Waterloo will travel to Ontario County, take on Geneva. And Mynderse will also travel. They're taking on Newark on Friday night.
A little Wayne County action in the Rose City on Valentine's Day for the Blue Devils. Could you script it any better, potentially?
I like how I could use the answer is, could Paul script it any better? Because I wouldn't have followed
I know for a fact I cannot.
I didn't even mean to set that up.
I don't want to blow myself in, but
that was a good one.
ELA and English were not my best subjects in high school.
I didn't have any best subjects. So.
Which makes a lot of sense since I'm over here doing play-by-play. So.
And we're not exactly on the court. That's for sure.
That's a fact and a half.
Well, we're on the court physically, but not a game.
Fact and a half on that one. So Waterloo on the floor out of the huddle first here. Now Mynderse on the floor. Blue Devils starting 5 of Plummer, Luffman, Hillmeyer, Brady, and Seminary. For Waterloo, Jacobs, Caraballo, Peterson, Willett, and Knowlton on the floor as the officials now get out of halftime themselves.
That was interesting. They came out late, huh?
Yeah, both teams are kind of looking around, maybe doing a rec-style game of sorts to pick up potentially, but
call your own fouls.
I think we'd much rather have a couple guys in here who can keep the action at bay if needed. So Waterloo will begin with the ball. Offensively now they're going to be coming towards us here on the baseline. Mynderse will be moving away from us. Caraballo running point. We're back underway. Swings it for Jacobs at the left wing. Mynderse in man-to-man defense. He's guarded by Brady. Jacobs still top the key. Hands off Caraballo, guarded by Seminary. Caraballo works right side, spins off at the elbow, laying up, no good. He's going to head to the line for two.
Oh, nice spin move by Caraballo, looking to get the points started for Waterloo. Almost got that one up to go for the N1 opportunity, but I was going to head to the line for 2 points.
Seminary picks up the foul, his first personal, team's first of the quarter. Caraballo to the line for the second time tonight, 2 of 2 so far. And releases the first, no good. Apologies for the announcer's jinx. Caraballo, 19 points last game against the Penyan Mustangs. Has it for his second, and good. So scoring underway here in the second half of action. We got 7:40 to go, third quarter. Hillmeyer with it off the inbound. Guarded by Peterson up the sideline, above the timeline, finds Plummer at the top of the key. Plummer still with it, hands it off for Luffman. Luffman now guarded by Nolan as the Tigers fall into a man-to-man half-court offense, or defense rather, apologies. Plummer with it, top of the key. Leaves it for Luffman, left side wing, now dribbling through is Luffman at the elbow. Tried to go to Plummer, he lost his footing. Instead, hands off for Hillmeyer. Leaves it for Brady, right wing, 10 on the shot clock now for the Blue Devils. Luffman with it, now dumps it into Plummer. Plummer, power dribble, no good on his lay-in. Rebound by Caraballo. Here comes Waterloo the other way. Caraballo with it, kicks into the corner, three-pointer, Nolan, good!
Oh, nice find by Caraballo, and it's all Waterloo for the first 4 points of this. We got a tie game.
Just like that, 27 all, 6:55 to go, third quarter. Hillmeyer, full court pressure by the Tigers. Goes to Luffman, back to Hillmeyer. Hillmeyer now back to Luffman above the timeline. He's working right side wing extended. Guarded by Nolan, hands it off for Brady. Brady now top the key, works quickly, now finds Hillmeyer at the left wing. 15 now on the shot clock for the Blue Devils. Seminary works out of the corner to the wing, dumps into Hillmeyer, was left alone. Lay-in no good, he's going to head to the line for two. Caraballo met him at the rim.
Way to go in strong there for Mynderse, able to get the foul called ahead of the line, but that's just a really like that play to go to the basket and to go up strong, and if you don't get the shot to go, you're going to get fouled, you're going to get whacked, go to the line. Great play by Hillmeyer.
Caraballo's first personal foul of the night, team's first of the quarter. Hillmeyer back to the charity stripe. Releases his first on this trip. Rims out, no good. I didn't say at that point he was 2 for 2. Now 2 for 3 so far. As Waterloo swaps out rebounder positioning. And Hillmeyer back with it for his second of 2 on this trip. Hillmeyer with it. Releases and good. So Mynderse will inch back out in front by 1, 28-27. 6.5 to go, third quarter. Waterloo the other way with it is Nolan. Back to Caraballo, back to Nolan. A little pitch and catch above the three-point line for the Tigers. Nolan still with it. Goes top of the key, Caraballo. Caraballo takes some dribbles, works right, now comes back. Finds Nolan, three-pointer from the wing, rolls off, no good. Rebound by Plummer and the Blue Devils. Plummer looking for help. Excellent job by Willett, guarding him on the way down. Full court pressure again by the Tigers. Plummer's going to have to use a timeout as there was about to be a 10-second violation in the back court.
Good job by Waterloo to swarm the ball there and force Plummer to use that have to use that timeout.
So it'll be a 30-second timeout taken by the Blue Devils at 6:05 to go in the third quarter. And Blue Devils admittedly are not going to have a ton of time left to get above the half-court line. They're going to have 2 seconds remaining on that clock. Well, looks like Waterloo, I'm guessing, is going to really try and hammer home that full court pressure again off this inbound. Or rather, Mynderse, it's going to be an interesting play call by Mynderse. Think we'll see a little bit of baseball style potentially?
I think you don't necessarily have to, but I think it could be more. It's definitely more in the realm of possibility than before.
And I think that's something Waterloo's playing for because they aren't going to go full court here. They're going to sit at the half-court line and kind of go, well, now they're going to sit into full court. So a little bit of a deceitful end on my part there. Plummer will inbound it, right side underneath the basket from the baseline. Plummer has it, looking for help, goes to Hillmeyer. Hillmeyer now looks for help, and they just missed, I believe, a 10-second call, but it's going to be a bit of a ball don't lie situation as it's going to be a turnover. The pass went way too high for Seminary to handle from Hillmeyer, and Waterloo ball.
Yeah, it was interesting that they didn't call anything there, but like you said, ball don't lie situation.
So Caraballo running point once again for Waterloo. Swings it for Nolan, left side wing. 5:52 to go in the third quarter. Carvalho with it, top the key, guarded by Brady. Pass too high for Nolan to handle, and Waterloo will give it right back to Mynderse. Carvalho really swung that thing in there.
Yeah, good heads up by the Waterloo bench guys to get under that one and not take that one in the teeth.
Assistant coach Dustin Sweenberg had to.
I don't think if that was coming at me, I don't think I would have had the wherewithal to get down.
Like a jungle cat, if you will, at the end of the bench. So, Mynderse with it. Luffman right side wing. Trying to go through Knowlton, but can't. He'll go top the key, Seminary. Seminary now works right side to Luffman on the wing. Skip pass left corner. Three-pointer for Brady. No good long. Rebound brought in Caraballo. Waterloo with it. Almost dribbled it out of bounds off their own feet. But Caraballo able to corral it. He works left side. Spins through the lane. Back into the corner. Nolan up fakes. Now drives through, and he got... Looks like he went going a little bit too early there. And will be a turnover in Mynderse ball.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to take the three off the pass from Caraballo, but he just decided at the last second he didn't want to and got going, like you said, a little too quick.
Full court pressure again by Waterloo. Zone to start out with it. Plummer has it. He gets above the timeline. Now the Tigers fall into a half-court man-to-man. Plummer hands it off for Luffman in the high corner, right side. 20 on the shot clock for the Blue Devils. 5 to go. Game clock, third quarter. Still with it, Luffman. Goes top the key, Seminary. Seminary guarded by Jacobs. 13-12, now 11 on the shot clock. Brady now with the left side wing for the Blue Devils. Looking for help, finds Luffman. They only have 5 now on the clock for the shot clock. Into Plummer, guarded, baby hook in.
Oh, nice move by Plummer inside. Got the positioning and then got that hook shot off the right side to get to go down. 3-point lead now for the Blue Devils.
30-27, that lead, 4.5 to go, third quarter. Tigers back on the offensive attack. Knowlton has it top of the key. Swings it, Peterson left wing. Back to Knowlton. Knowlton now swings it. Three-pointer for Jacobs. Good!
Cam Jacobs get going where he left off in the second quarter. He hit one. He's on his way to 10 now as he had last week against Benyon.
Knotted up 30 all. 4:10 to go third quarter. Blue Devils on offense. Hillmeyer with it, guarded by Peterson. Hillmeyer working top of the key, looking for some help. He's going to go, tried to go, till the Seminary's picked off by Peterson. Reverse lay-in, no good. Rebound. Jacobs, second chance for Waterloo. Three-pointer on the way, no good. It goes above the basket. Out of bounds, Mynderse ball.
Great heads-up play by Jacobs there, trailing the play, able to grab that offensive rebound off the miss from Peterson. Able to grab it, almost made the 3-2, but good heads-up play to grab the offensive board.
Full court pressure again by the Tigers. Luffman with it, and we're going to have a foul on Peterson. He reached in. And Peterson collects his third personal, team second of the quarter. Pearson really the only player in foul trouble at the moment with those three. And we'll have a Waterloo substitution. Coach Mahoney summoning the duties of Brandon Lee. He'll get Justin Knowlton. Plummer the inbounder in front of the Waterloo bench. He'll go to Luffman. Luffman guarded by Lee. Luffman above the timeline now, still guarded tightly by Lee. Swings it for Hillmeyer at the right wing. Hillmeyer, and we'll have an illegal screen. Seminary was moving on it. Don't know how much he could have technically controlled on that, but either way, Seminary picks up his, they're saying third, oh no, second personal. Team's third on the quarter.
No one came back in.
Yeah, a little offense, well, now offense for defense, really, in a way. Although Peterson checks out. We have a Waterloo turnover off the inbound.
Caraballo tried to swing that one to lead and rolled underneath the legs and into the Waterloo bench. It's going to hand over to the Blue Devils here. 3:32 remaining in this third quarter.
30 all. Luffman gets it off the inbound from Hillmeyer above the timeline. Working in that high corner, Luffman. Dribbles through, finds Plummer, right side wing, hands it back off to the Luffman. 25 on the shot clock. Has it poked by Nolan. Chasing it is Luffman. He's going to have to go get it in the backcourt. Gets it back above the timeline. 15 on the shot clock. Luffman drives through. No good on his lay-in. He's going to get fouled. That's going to be against Justin Knowlton, his first. Team's third on the quarter.
Nice play by Luffman. Had to retreat to the backcourt to grab that loose ball, and then brings it on the right side and gets a foul drawn on his favor.
Into Plummer, poked away. Brady has it, and he gets tripped up trying to drive through. As we will have 3:07 to go in the third quarter. Had to go
nice
southpaw.
Play,
I had to go southpaw on that one.
It looked out pretty good to me.
Yeah, appreciate it. Not my best throw. Nolan picks up his second personal foul in pretty quick succession. Team's fourth with 3:07 to go in the third. Also stepped on the XLR, which is never a good thing.
Hey, he stood upright.
Yeah,
upright.
that's half the battle with me. Hillmeyer right into Luffman and in.
Oh, nice pass on the inside, able to find Luffman and lay that one up and in. Really great heads-up pass on the baseline.
Two leading scorers for the Blue Devils connect. 32-30, the Blue Devil advantage with 2:55 to go in the third quarter. Lee with it, swings it for Knowlton top the key. Now to Jacobs, right side wing. He's guarded by Hillmeyer. Mynderse now moving a little bit away from man-to-man. They're going to go 2-3 zone. Into Lee. Lee looking for help. Hands off for Jacobs. 12 on the shot clock for the Tigers. Driving through Jacobs. Dumps off for Caraballo. Floater's good.
Oh, nice play there by Jacobs. Able to find Caraballo. Everyone in the world, even me, thought Jacobs was going to shoot. He went up with it. Up in the air. Finds Caraballo. Streaking inside. Who lays it up and in.
Hillmeyer has it for the Blue Devils. 2:22 to go third quarter. 32 all. Hillmeyer works left side wing. Finds help in Plummer at the top of the key. Plummer dribbles, hands it off for Seminary. Seminary uses the screen, now goes back to Hillmeyer. Mismatch down low for a moment as Brady has it into Hillmeyer on the left block. Goes to work, spins off of Jacobs, loses it, and Jacobs with the steal for the Tigers. Hands it off for Caraballo. Caraballo spins off a would-be defender, drives up court, kicks it for Willett. Willett on the baseline. He's looking for some assistance, guarded by Plummer. He'll go up top for Knowlton. Knowlton works top of the key, now the right corner. Rather wing for Jacobs and in!
Oh, swung it across to Jacobs, and he bangs home that three, his second of the quarter.
The sharpshooter, 9 total. Plummer with it now for Mynderse. It's 35-32. Waterloo with their second lead of the ball game and a timeout on the floor for the Blue Devils.
Well, if he gets even an inch of separation, Jacobs, he's going to bang home the three. Really, really good take. He's come alive in the second quarter.
And a full timeout taken by Mynderse Academy with 1:35 to go here in the third period of action. This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com made possible thanks to support from DeSanto Propane, 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. You can go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more information or call them toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. And Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. Get the insurance you need from the people you know at Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, the Finger Lakes Insurance agency for your home, auto, or business. Get an obligation quote today at FingerLakesInsurance.com. And Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. Visit Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at their original Waterloo location or all-new renovated location in Geneva. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way.
So Mynderse went into the break with the lead, right? And now Waterloo's got it. What do you think is going on between these two teams as they huddle in the timeout?
I'm imagining, honestly, probably similar conversations, right? This has not been a clean period of basketball for either team here in the third quarter.
Yeah.
So tighten some things up here.
I think it's if you're Waterloo, I think you want it to become that, right? Because
correct. Yeah, I mean, Mynderse doesn't do well when the little things, aren't being executed. So inbound from Hillmeyer in front of his own bench goes to Luffman. He's up high in that high corner right side. Now works to the right side of the wing. Ball poked initially by Knowlton, but he's able to retain it. Now finds Plummer. Drives through on Gasparo, who checked and blocked by Gasparo, and they're going to get fouled. A foul called on Gasparo.
Nice play, though, by Gasparo. Plummer came in on the baseline, dribbled through it. Looked like he almost got it, just got him a little bit with the body, and Plummer.
Yeah, I think he got all ball. I think it was the issue of kind of coming in low. So that's the 5th team foul on the quarter. Gasparo's 2nd personal.
But still good defense to hone in on that. Plummer's tough.
Plummer's first, no good on this trip.
Tough guy to guard, that's for sure.
Plummer, 9 points last time against the Tigers on January 8th. He has matched that total already tonight through the first pretty much 3 quarters of the game. No good on his second, 0 for 2, and it's going to be 35-32 still. Blue Devils in front. Tigers quickly on offense. Jacobs with the left side wing. Back corner, Knowlton, 3-pointer. Oh, no good, rims out. Rebound by Hillmeyer and the Blue Devils. Here they come the other way, working quickly. Up to the streaking Luffman, and one! Laying good. Caraballo got there a bit too late.
What an excellent uptake by the senior. Going on the right side, lays it in with the right hand through the contact, and this place loved it, too. He's going on the line for one more.
Caraballo's 2nd personal foul, team already into the bonus for the Blue Devils.
That's exactly, I think, what the Blue Devils need, right? You got to get this crowd back into it.
As now the students are being warned over on the Blue Devils side.
They must be saying something more because it doesn't sounds relatively regular from over here. I mean, we're on the other side of the gymnasium.
Yeah. Most student sections have kind of been going back and forth amongst things here, so.
That's what I'm saying about the Waterloo-Mynderse rivalry. It's just always going to happen.
3 points the old-fashioned way for Luffman. 34-35 now. The Blue Devils trailing the Tigers. And now the Blue Devils will go full court pressure here. Able to break at the Tigers. Willett has it, finds Gasparo. Gasparo works baseline on Hillmeyer. Dumps it back out for Willett. Willett's pass intercepted and target for Caraballo. Intercepted by Luffman. Laying on the way. English no good. Tip no good from Seminary. Tip from Brady no good. Hillmeyer with it. Ball stripped from behind. Stolen away. Jacobs with the steal. 45 seconds to go third quarter. Jacobs hands it off for Caraballo. Caraballo baseline. Kicks it for Willett. Willett's in.
Oh, fantastic pass by Caraballo. He went down to the baseline, made a couple dribble moves inside there, and found a wide open Willett who lays it up and in.
30 seconds on the clock. It's about a 1 second differential shot to game clock here. 37-35 Waterloo in front of Mynderse. The Tigers now working defensively, half court, man-to-man on Mynderse. Luffman with it. Works right side wing, now driving through to the rim, rolls in no good, and he's going to hit the line again for two. Justin Knowlton will pick up the Waterloo foul, his third personal.
Really like the way that Anthony Luffman's played this quarter. He's been really aggressive to the basket, and he's made a couple and got fouled on a couple and had some almost N1 opportunities, had that big N1 earlier. He's going to head to the line for two now.
Luffman with it for his first of two on this trip, releases and in. Substitution for Waterloo. Justin Knowlton checks out. Brandon Lee back in.
We're looking like we're going to get an instant classic here at Arthur L. Baker coming up on this fourth quarter.
Can't beat it. Luffman back for his second of the two. Spins it off his finger. Releases. No good. Ball gets tipped around. Hayden Willett comes away with the board. Hands it off. Caraballo now back to Jacobs. Back to Caraballo. Caraballo works back top of the key for Jacobs. Up fakes. Now drives right side. Through the lane against Hillmeyer. No good. Rebound Seminary. No time on the clock. Did Luffman get off in time off the front of the rim? Does not matter. So Waterloo thundering back here in the third quarter, taking a 1 point advantage. 37-36 on Mynderse into the fourth. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on FingerLakes1.com.
Littlejohn and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
Welcome back inside the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium. Paul Russo, Nate Sharman here with you on FingerLakes1.com. Finger Lakes East rivalry night on boys basketball action. Waterloo in Seneca Falls taking on Mynderse, and the Tigers holding a 1 point advantage on the Blue Devils, 37-36. And Nate, Tigers owning the third quarter, coming back from down 4 out of halftime to take that 1 point advantage here into the fourth.
Yep, a 5 point advantage in that quarter. Just gives them the lead, like you said, Paul. And like I said, instant classic coming up here in this fourth quarter. I'm really looking forward to it.
Both teams still getting some instructions from their respective head coaching and coaching staffs. 2 timeouts remaining here in the fourth quarter for the Blue Devils. Waterloo has 4. And now entering the fourth quarter, as I say, it's a little bit of a reset. Nobody in any deep foul trouble for what the game is. A couple guys with 3 apiece on each side. As Waterloo Mynderse appears to break the huddle first, so they'll break it with their starting 5 of Luffman, Brady, Seminary, Hillmeyer, and Plummer. For Waterloo, it will be Willett, Knowlton, Peterson, Caraballo, and Jacobs to get the final 8 minutes of regulation underway. Mynderse will begin the ball for the quarter. Seminary, the inbounder, he'll go to Luffman, and we're back underway. Luffman controlling it, goes to Plummer at the top of the key. Plummer hands it off for Hillmeyer. Hillmeyer going to work on Peterson, spins off at the block, lay-in, no good. Rebound by Peterson. Peterson leaves it for Knowlton. Knowlton above the timeline, quickly to Jacobs. Back out, Peterson. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Right, and chasing after it into the stands. Peterson, he's all right. No falling, he just went right up the stairs. It'll be Mynderse Academy ball.
He almost got to that. Good hard hustle play, but Mynderse going to come up with it.
7:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. Luffman with it, goes to Brady, right side wing, uses the Plummer screen. Back to Hillmeyer, into Plummer, who got some position on Willett, and won by Plummer!
And this place is going bananas for Plummer as he gets that pass inside, lays it up and in, lost the foul, the hoop, and the harm.
Hayden Willett picks up the foul, his third personal, team's first on the quarter. Plummer, with 9 on the night so far, rather than make that 11 now, will try and get 3 points the classic way.
He's made a great impact on this game, both offensively and defensively.
Plummer releases it and in. So just like that, Mynderse reclaims the lead. Back and forth we go, 39-37, the Blue Devils in front. Tigers go to work here on offense. Peterson works from the left corner. Oh, nice dump off for Willett, it's in.
Oh, nice find by Peterson to find Willett. And Willett is such a smart player because every time Caraballo or Peterson take it in strong, he's right there to clean it up, either to take the pass or get the old board.
And the Tigers will take a timeout after the made bucket. Let's see what we got. It will be a 30-second timeout taken by the Tigers.
I like seeing smart basketball plays like that from both sides.
Yeah, both teams doing some pretty good fundamental stuff as well, all things considered, after a pretty choppy third quarter in terms of gameplay. It's 39-all, 7:14 to go in the fourth. Thank you for tuning in no matter where you are tonight here on FingerLakes1.com. Paul Russo and Nate Sharman here with you. Courtside in the Baker Gym. As first horn goes, Waterloo with 3 timeouts remaining, 2 fulls and a 30. Mynderse has 2 fulls remaining in their arsenal. 1 team foul on the Tigers in the quarter so far, and Mynderse with none.
Great atmosphere in this gym for this cross-county matchup. Always fun when these two teams, whether it be basketball or any other sport, get together and play. It's always a lot of fun, a lot of good energy from both sides.
Hillmeyer, the inbounder, he'll go to Luffman, and Luffman will bring it up for the first time in a while, uncontested from the Tigers, but they'll meet him at the half-court line. Hillmeyer has it, back to Luffman, and pass tip. Peterson able to get a hand on it, but Luffman able to retain it. He had to chase after, though. Finds Seminary, left corner, had to save it from going out of bounds and does. Finds Hillmeyer. Hillmeyer alone. 3-pointer on the way, no good, short rebound by Peterson. Here come the Tigers the other way. Hands it off for Caraballo. Caraballo left side wing. 6:45 to go here in the fourth. Caraballo, 3-pointer, no good, short rebound, Seminary. Seminary with the ball for the Blue Devils. He'll bring it up. He's above the timeline. Works through. He'll go coast to coast. How about it for number 10?
Oh, excellent take by Seminary. Looked like he was thinking about passing that ball, and then he realized that he had a relatively open lane and takes it. He scores.
41-39, the Mynderse advantage. Waterloo with the ball, and it's going to be a backcourt violation. Jacobs had to chase after a poke ball from Brady and grabbed it just in front of the timeline, and the momentum carried him over. 6:23 to go in the fourth. Mynderse holding a 2-point advantage, 41-39. All to do, though, still. No means is this thing over by any stretch. Luffman above the timeline, guarded by Caraballo. Waterloo goes back to that man-to-man defense. Hillmeyer has it, back to Plummer, top of the key. Plummer guarded by Willett, hands it off for Luffman. Luffman drives through, hands it back off top of the key. Hillmeyer, he'll drive through the lane. Floater no good, gets his own board, tip no good. Third chance, Plummer, it's in!
Oh, good job by Plummer to have the smarts to go to the basket with good positioning, grab skies up for that board, puts it up, back and in.
We got 6 to go here in the Baker Gymnasium. Waterloo trying to answer back on offense. Caraballo has it, guarded by Hillmeyer, dribbling through, able to get it, swings it to Knowlton. Knowlton, a little floater in the lane, rolls in and good.
Oh, nice answer by Waterloo. Knowlton's able to get up and get inside there and lay that one up and in. 2-point game.
Knowlton's 7th point of the ball game gets the Tigers back within 2. 5.5 now to go. Luffman with it, swings it for Brady at the left side wing. He's guarded by Knowlton, top of the key now for Seminary. He's met by Jacobs. He'll leave it for Luffman. Luffman, oh, beautiful fake. Left, goes to work on Caraballo. No good on his lane, or runner. And Caraballo picks up the foul. His third personal, team's second on the quarter. Luffman, 13 points on the game so far. Pretty much at the average, 13.2 for the senior guard.
It's going to be tough for him to get .2 tonight.
And, well, not quite yet. He'll miss the front end of the 2 as everybody kind of shifts around. We'll have 5:21 on the game clock here when live action picks back up. With it for his second of 2. Luffman, no good. Rebound, Jack Brady. The smallest guy was in the lane. And it'll be last off of Brady. He lost control of it, had to chase it down.
Excellent work by Brady there. He doesn't come up with the ball, but like you said, the smallest guy in the bunch there is able to come out with it.
Caraballo gets it off the inbound, and Mynderse will retreat back into a half-court, man-to-man defensive attack for the Waterloo offense. Caraballo with it, swings left wing, three-pointer from Knowlton's good!
Oh, Knowlton's getting going. He made that two-pointer, and sometimes in basketball, when you just got to see one go in, he hits that three-pointer.
Knowlton has 10 now. Waterloo back in front by 9. Full court pressure, Mynderse able to break it. Plummer through the lane on Willett, count it. Mynderse back out in front.
Back and forth game. Great job by Plummer.
4:45 rather to go here in regulation. Caraballo top of the key, swings it corner. Peterson up fake, Hillmeyer in the air, through the lane, it's in.
Another lead change as Waterloo takes it back. Great job by Peterson on that up fake and then takes it.
Peterson's first points since the second quarter gets the Tigers back in front. 46-45, 4.5 to go. Luffman with it, guarded by Caraballo, above the timeline, poked away. Caraballo with another steal, and we'll have a foul on Luffman as he tried to stop Caraballo up court.
Good work by Caraballo to get that steal and then get on top of it and draw that foul play.
Luffman's second personal, team's first on the quarter. Caraballo running point, guarded by Seminary in the man-to-man. Top of the key, Caraballo works left, now right, spins off, looking for help, finds Peterson in the corner. He'll drive through now, looking for help. Finds Caraballo cutting through into the corner. Willett, three-pointer on the way, no good, long rebound. Skying for it's Hillmeyer, and he gets it. Up court quickly, finds the cutting Luffman. On Knowlton, no good, and Luffman again's going to go to the line for two.
Oh, nice play to head man that ball up to Luffman, and Luffman, like he's done all night, kind of paraded the free throw line for him as he's able to get on that right side. He almost kept to go again. Close.
We have our first player in true foul trouble here in the fourth quarter as Justin Knowlton picks up his fourth personal, team's third. Luffman back to the stripe for the second time this quarter. Has it for the first. Releases, rims in. Luffman's 14th point of the game knots it up at 46-all for the time being.
I'd love to see if we got a lead change counter because there's been so many of them.
We'll work on that for next year. Luffman, good on both.
Gotta get Kyle Evans here to count lead changes, eh?
And a stat man as Waterloo will take a timeout. We're under halfway home here in the fourth quarter at 3:56 to go. And it will be a full timeout. And who was it called on? Okay, Waterloo was the one who called it. Okay. So Waterloo takes a full timeout, 3:56 to go. And they will have two timeouts remaining, a full and a 30. Mynderse has two fulls there. Let's do a quick housekeeping on the foul situation. Team fouls, 3 for Waterloo, 1 on Mynderse. For Mynderse, nobody in any true foul trouble. 2 personal fouls on Anthony Luffman, Braden Seminary, Griffin Hillmeyer, and Alan Plummer. 1 on Jack Brady. On the Waterloo side, it's where it gets a little bit more hairy. Justin Knowlton with 4 personal. Dylan Caraballo has 3 personal. Carter Peterson has 3 personal. Hayden Willett has 3 personal. And 2 for Evan Gasparo.
Speaking of Kyle Evans, he does a very nice job with those roundups every night.
He does.
In figuring out what's going on in the basketball and what's going on right now, especially. Because we've talked about how it's a real push to sectional time right now, and things get confusing, and you can figure out, you can lose teams if they play a game, especially if one gets made up. So a nice job by Kyle Evans to keep it going and showing where everyone's kind of falling as we get into this part of the year.
He's an absolute dog for that type of stuff. Especially on nights where he's got multiple stuff going on like last night, you know?
I saw his headline last night for Syracuse basketball. Syracuse hits rock bottom.
He's not wrong. All right, Waterloo will have the ball here off the timeout. On the floor for them, it's Knowlton the inbounder. He'll go to Caraballo, joined by Willett, Jacobs, and Peterson. Caraballo guarded by Seminary in the man-to-man. Caraballo swings it for Jacobs, left wing. Dribbles through, now back out for Willett. Willett hands it off for Caraballo, still guarded by Seminary in the man-to-man. Caraballo works left side. Pull-up jumper on Seminary, no good. He's going to head to the line for 2. Seminary got him on the arm on the way up.
Nice job by Caraballo to get that foul call. He almost got the jumper to go, too. He's been really, really good for Waterloo tonight.
One of the beauties of at least this spot right there, Caraballo did a really great job keeping square to the basket.
Yes, he did.
Caraballo 13 points on the night so far. 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. First on this trip, no good. Remains 47-46 for the time being. We'll have 3:38 on the game clock when live action gets back going. Caraballo back with it now for his second of 2. Looks like he's got some all-black LeBrons for his shoe choice tonight. Rolls in and good. Not at all up. 47 all, Blue Devils and Tigers. Blue Devils go to work on offense, and we have a whistle.
I think they got Peterson for a foul, right?
No, there's a foul. I'm not too sure why we had a little bit of a stoppage there, but either way, we're back going.
I thought
Luffman
he got
with
Peterson for a push.
Either way, great screen by Plummer. Luffman and one at the rim.
Luffman making another fantastic play on the three-point chance. He's had a few of them in this fourth quarter, the second half, where he's got another chance to add another point to this great night he's having.
Cameron Jacobs picks up the foul, his first personal, team's fourth on the quarter. Luffman currently sitting at 17 points on the ball game. And there is number 18. 50-47, Mynderse in front of Waterloo. 3:25 to go in the fourth. Caraballo with it guarded by Seminary. Swings it for Willett, left corner. Back to Caraballo at the wing. The Mynderse student section in is. Caraballo drives through the lane. He gets fouled on the way up by Seminary. Caraballo went down hard. He's going to get some help up.
Well, he did go down hard. It looks okay, though, that's for sure. But, yeah, nice play by Caraballo to get inside there and take that foul call.
And Seminary picks up his fourth personal, team's third on the quarter with 3:15 to go. And let's see here. They're going to call it on the shot, so Caraballo will go to the line for two here.
Really like the athletic, or the strong nature that Caraballo's had this quarter of taking the ball to the basket, getting foul calls.
One of the senior leaders on this Tiger team. His first is good. I've certainly seen it all the past few years of this Tiger kind of transformation of the program. Back with it for his second of two is Caraballo. Spins it off with fingers, releases, rolls in and good. Waterloo back down one, 50-49 the Blue Devils advantage with 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Caraballo, full court pressure works, steal, lay-in is good. Caraballo with a huge turn of events. Back in front, Waterloo by one. Hillmeyer with it for Mynderse. He's going to look to answer. Dribbles out. Finds Seminary. Long distance. Three-pointers and point at Seminary.
The answer, Seminary nails that three in from distance.
Oh, they forget about Jacobs working baseline. Kicks it, Willett. Corner three-pointers. In for Willett.
Wow.
Answering back and forth we go from beyond the arc.
Back and forth is right. We got a barrage here of threes going in on each side.
54-53. Mynderse on the attack. Hillmeyer kicks it. Corner. Seminary. Oh, no good. He bricked it.
Well, this place would have erupted if that went in.
Rebound Willett. Gets it to Jacobs. Hands off Caraballo. 2:23 to go now in the fourth. Caraballo top the key. Dribbles through. Kicks it out for Willett. Willett up fakes. Now will dribble back out. Finds help with Jacobs. Jacobs guarded by Brady in the man-to-man. Caraballo now with the top of the key, and they'll reset the Mynderse offense. Caraballo now. Still guarded by Seminary. 10 on the shot clock for the Tigers. Works left. Finds Willett. Up fakes on Plummer. And we're going to have a foul on Plummer. I don't know. It's going to be close. Is it on the floor or on the shot? Plummer picks up his third personal. Team's fourth on the quarter. They're saying that's Plummer's fourth actually on the board.
That's a big fourth foul.
Probably had him down for the three. So they're saying on the floor. So Plummer with 4 fouls then. And now Mynderse in a pretty big spot here with their big guy down low in foul trouble. Inbound goes to Jacobs from Caraballo. Caraballo goes and gets it from him above the timeline in the high corner right side. Caraballo working right wing. Goes to work on Seminary. Drives through. Launches a runner. He's going to line for two. Seminary picks up the foul.
Oh, nice work again by Caraballo. Taking that one in strong. And does that acrobatic shot. Almost gets it to go, but he's going to head to the line.
Seminary picks up his 5th personal. He's going to foul out with 7 points.
He's not happy with himself.
He's trying to compose himself a little bit here, as I believe Nicholas Mansell will come back in for him. I'm surprised the officials have not realized that is Seminary's 5th.
I think he realized it first.
And now the table gets it. Caraballo 3 of 4 this quarter from the line.
It's an interesting call. There was certainly maybe a little contact, but Caraballo did a nice job of selling it.
Well, the tough part is the contact came midair. And
yeah.
That's just one of those things that they'll get you every time on.
Right.
It doesn't matter how little or how many.
Caraballo certainly did a nice job of driving in. He's done that well, especially in the second half, and did a nice job bringing up with it and going up strong.
So Waterloo up 54-52 for
Some
the
of the
time
Mynderse
being
faithful is
here.
not too happy with the call, and
Yeah,
I don't necessarily disagree with him. I think it can go either way.
Now we have official discussion here to make sure everything is in the right way. And everything checks out. Mansell in for Seminary, who fouled out. So Caraballo will head to the line for 2. We got 1:51 to go on the game clock here in the 4th. Once we get live action going on here.
There's certainly a lot of housekeeping going on.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not too sure. Just get this thing back going again, you know what I mean?
I agree.
And we will. Caraballo has it. He's mentioned 3 of 4 in the quarter so far from the stripe. Releases his first on this trip, no good. So Mynderse now over the limit, puts Waterloo in the bonus. They'll be at the stripe the rest of the way. Caraballo has it now for his second of 2. Releases in. So 3-point now advantage for Waterloo. It's 55-52 on Mynderse. Inbound from Hillmeyer goes to the left and will hand it back to Hillmeyer. He drives up court on Peterson, left sideline. Into the corner. Mansell three-pointer. It's in!
Wow.
Off the bench, Nicholas Mansell knocks it up.
Mynderse is getting hot from the three-point line in this quarter.
5's all, 55-55, 1:35 to go. Pass too hard to handle from Nolan. Lasts off of number 5. Good defensive play by Luffman to cause the turnover.
Fantastic defensive play by Luffman. Not only did he cause a turnover, he made sure it knocked off at Jacobs, so we go for his team.
Now the Mynderse side erupts with emotion. We got a buck and a half to go in the 4th, and a timeout for the Blue Devils. Comes with 1:25 on the clock remaining.
We got an awesome game here at Arthur L. Baker here at Mynderse in Seneca Falls. It is all knotted up at 55, like you said, minute 25 to go, timeout on the floor.
Let's do some quick housekeeping as best we can here on our end. Bonus situation pretty much the rest of the way no matter what. Waterloo has 14 fouls. They're already in the bonus with Mynderse 5. So no matter what, we'll be having foul shots coming the rest of the way on a defensive foul on either side. Foul situation, Mynderse not quite out of the woods. Plummer has 4 personal. Seminary fouled out just a moment ago. Then it's 2 personal for Griffin Hillmeyer, Anthony Lothman, and 1 for Jack Brady. On the Waterloo side, they aren't quite as much in hot water anymore. Justin Nolan has 4 personal, 3 for Dylan Caraballo, 3 for Carter Peterson, 3 for Hayden Willett, 2 for Evan Gasparo, and then 1 on Cameron Jacobs.
Looks like it's 56-55 now at a point.
I'm not too sure. Did we miss something potentially here? Didn't think we did.
Maybe it must have been on the 3 they awarded him to originally.
Oh, possibly,
maybe.
yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. On the 3 by, that was Mansell, right?
Well, Mansell made it anyway as a 3-pointer.
I thought it looked like a 3 to me, but they just added another point. It's got to be that.
Oh, you want to know what? Correct. Yeah. I think they only gave him 2, and that caught me off guard on the board. So apologies for that.
So Mynderse 1-point lead, not all tied up with a minute 25 to go.
It's hard, you get in the moment like that, All right, on the floor for Waterloo, they'll be on the defensive side here. Caraballo, Peterson, Jacobs, Willett, and Knowlton. For Mynderse, Mansell, Luffman, Hillmeyer, Plummer, and Brady. Inbound from Hillmeyer goes to Luffman. He's guarded by Caraballo, man-to-man, above the timeline. Brady right side wing. He's looking for help. Uses the Hillmeyer screen, goes top of the key, Plummer. Plummer guarded by Willett, hands it off for Luffman. Luffman top the key, Hillmeyer. Hillmeyer now swings it for Mansell at the right wing, 1:10 on the game clock. Mansell with it, goes top for Luffman, 10 on the shot clock for the Blue Devils. Hands it for Brady, left wing, trying to find help. Finds Hillmeyer top the into Plummer rather in the block, and it's in!
Oh, nice pass by Griffin Hillmeyer inside to Plummer. Fantastic vision from Hillmeyer.
Plummer has 9 on the quarter. Caraballo up court, swings it for Jacobs, 50 on the clock. Jacobs drives through the lane, lay it up and in, one! Cameron Jacobs, a huge opportunity here.
Wow, Jacobs gets the friendly roll in, and he had some spin on that ball too, and the Waterloo student section erupts.
46.9 here, and Waterloo with the opportunity to knot it back up here.
Wow, what an exciting game.
Trying to see who they got the foul on. I'm not 100% too sure. as Jacobs will head to the line.
What a play by Jacobs. It looked like that wasn't going to go in, but he just had the spin on it to go in.
Jack Brady, the foul for Mynderse, his second personal. Jacobs with it, releases, in.
Great cash for Cameron Jacobs on the free throw, all tied up at 58.
10-second differential shot to game clock, 43 and 33 respectively. Hillmeyer with it, above the timeline, working right wing extended, uses a Plummer screen, guarded by Peterson. Swings it Mansell, right wing, dribbles, take a three-pointer, left alone, it's in! Nicholas Mansell! 2-2 from beyond the arc!
Wow.
61-58.
Coming off the bench and hitting two huge threes.
Caraballo works through the lane, finds Peterson in the corner, up fakes, works baseline. We have a foul, it's going to be a block on Mansell at the baseline. So Mansell picks up the foul, his first personal.
And Mansell just got there just a hair after. It was a bang-bang play, it was close.
And so, to the line, will go the Tigers. 17.2 on the game clock for the moment. Peterson will head to the line, first time tonight at the charity stripe for the junior hybrid player. Peterson 9 points against Mynderse back in January. Had a season-high 19 against Mid-Lakes back on January 24th. They're trying to get the clock situation figured out over here.
Certainly a packed house situation.
The other side here is going to erupt no matter what here, I think.
3-point game. Waterloo shooting two.
And the clock will remain at 17.2. We'll worry about that, though, in just a moment. Peterson to the stripe. He has it for his first of two. Releases. Oh, rims out, no good. Winder student section now getting a little bit louder. With it now Peterson for his second. No good on that one. Ball loose, rebound Plummer, and he'll get wrapped up for the foul. Willett will pick it up.
Nice work by Plummer to track down that rebound off that missed free throw.
Willett's fourth personal.
Really heads up play by Plummer to track that one down.
As now Plummer will head to the line. Mynderse in the bonus now as well, so both teams will be shooting at the stripe on defensive fouls here in the final 15.8 seconds of regulation. Plummer has it. This is his second trip to the line in the fourth quarter. Made an and a one earlier in the frame. Releases it. Bricks, no good. Plummer's going to take a moment here.
Jacobs is the big one, right?
Jacobs is down court, but he's tailed by Brady.
3-point game, looking to make it a two-possession game if Plummer's able to get this free throw to go.
Plummer with it for his second of two. Plummer releases, rims out, no good, rebound Hillmeyer though. Second chance for the Blue Devils at drink clock. Hillmeyer to Plummer, finds Luffman. Luffman trying to dribble out, under 10, they're trying to. Brady with it now, 5 on the clock, and now Waterloo finally catches up to get the foul.
That was fantastic play by Griffin Hillmeyer, track that down, and then a great play by Mynderse to try and time off the clock. Took Waterloo a good, 7-8 seconds to foul.
Caraballo picks up the foul, his fourth personal. Brady will head to the line, no points.
What a play by Griffin Hillmeyer.
For the senior guard. He could proverbially ice the game at this point should he make them. Releases, Brady on the first, it's in. Brady ready to receive his second. It's a 4-point advantage, 62-58 for the moment. We'll have 5.6 on the clock here when it gets going. Brady connects on the second. Makes it 62-50. Makes it 62-59. Oh, baseball pass up court. Willett has on the side off of Brady. Heads up play by Willett. And they're trying to get the situation here figured out as it should be.
I thought it should have one more point, right?
I believe it should be 63. Yeah, 58. They got it right. Yeah.
63. It should be a 5-point game.
Correct. Yeah.
That's why I was stunned there for a
second.
So a
full timeout taken by Waterloo here to try and set up a play. They aren't necessarily dead yet here by any means. Ball will be inbounded from the right side baseline into the corner.
I can't say it enough, but how much big of a play was that by Griffin Hillmeyer to track down that Allen Plummer free throw miss? To get that ball in, and they tracked down, 6, 7, at least those amount of seconds that Waterloo, premium seconds that they needed there to delay that foul call. That rained off a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, as again, the final play is drawn up left. 3.3 to go on the game clock here when the teams break the huddle. Doing some quick math here. Lothman and Plummer both have 18 apiece for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, so what's Waterloo got to do here with the ball? They got to get a bucket quick. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. But I mean, you're taking it from your.
By my quick math, Caraballo has 19. He has the game high at the moment.
So you got to score quick foul, right? I mean,
yeah, I mean, for Waterloo, if you're Mynderse, this is an interesting spot. I personally think I would foul in this spot up 5 just to make sure, nothing stupid happens, as I would call it.
It's probably the right call.
So Caraballo, the inbounder, he'll be guarded by Rivera, who checks into the game for defense, and we have a off the ball foul on Waterloo. Cameron Jacobs with an illegal screen. So that should probably do it here. Substitution, Rivera checks out. Mansell back in, offense for defense.
That was a big play. I know it was 5-point game, so it's tough to score twice with 3.3.
I don't think there should be free throws here because it was a.
I don't think so either.
Well, they're going to rule foul shots here. Okay.
Off the ball, dead ball, whistle gets free throws.
I guess so. So it'll be Jack Brady going to the line for the 2. 2 points in the game. Both from the stripe just moments ago. Good on that one. And we're going to try here and get a couple guys over from Mynderse here, the way it looks from our Lil John Barbie South post-game show. Releases that one, Brady does, and in. So 65-58, 3 seconds on the clock. Releasing it's Knowlton, no go off the front of the rim, and that will do it. From the Mynderse Academy, as the Blue Devils come away victorious 65-58 over the Waterloo Tigers in the Seneca County rivalry game. It saw some back and forth action the whole way here as both teams go through the line. Don't go, we'll be right back here with the Lil John Barbie South postgame show here on FingerLakes1.com.
This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from DeSanto Propane. DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. Visit Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at their original Waterloo location or all-new renovated location in Geneva. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Little John and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
Welcome, everybody, to the Lil John Barbie Smiles of Style postgame show here on FingerLakes1.com. We're joined over here by Anthony Luffman. I almost got you guys confused for a second. That happens from time to time with the brain. And Alan Plummer. All right, guys, big win. You split the regular season series with Waterloo. 65-58 the victory today. Now, Anthony, I'll start with you quick. Talked to you pregame yesterday a little bit. You mentioned, get 2 or 3 here this week. Who knows what happens? Right the ship a little bit. Well, mission accomplished here so far. What was it like tonight picking up that second win you talked about yesterday?
It felt great because, like we talked about, the pieces are coming together at the right time. We've been working on it over and over. Like tonight, again, I feel like we hit our free throws. We limited the turnovers, and we were just playing our fast-paced game that we like to play. And, again, like last night, we won it.
All right, Alan, go over to you now a little bit. Found yourself in a spot where I don't know many people expect you in the fourth quarter a little bit, having to extend out that lane and zone presence a little bit, and you come away with 9 there in the fourth quarter, big and 1 also to set the table there early on. It looked like you're able to get a lot of good position tonight. What was the key factor for you in doing that? Because you're also utilizing a lot of pick and rolls pretty well.
My teammates getting me open. They're the ones who find me every time I'm open. Like, they're the ones who tell me, like, if I don't get the ball, go back down, go get it again. Without them, I wouldn't be in that position to be able to score. They're the ones who get me in, like, great position every time.
All right, go get a little bit into the time machine here a little bit. Obviously, you guys, big factors last year in the sectional final run, but I know for you guys as well, you guys were kind of the rec rats together a little bit playing back in the day. When you find yourself in games like these, does stuff like that help where you guys know how to feed off of each other, know how to play with each other, and kind of just make sure that you're in the right spots at the right time?
Absolutely. Knowing, like, everybody, like, how they play, like, where they'll be, that's like, really good team chemistry. I know, like, Jack, we got him last year, but he really, like, every time, like, when he first moved here, he was always with us. Like, we got him under our wing. We knew that, like, he was going to be on the team. He was going to be a big factor for us winning, like how we did last year. He was the one who helped us get over that hump. And I feel like he's been struggling a little bit, but he'll get there to get over that hump again.
Well, he helped ice the game at the free throw line there, 4 for 4 right there in the final few moments. All right, Anthony, I think the last question, I'll technically toss it to you here. You mentioned that 2 or 3 now. Do you go for the week sweep for wrapping up Friday in Newark?
Sure. It's going to be a tough one going to Newark. A big night, Friday night, but if we can pull out that one going into sectionals, we did what we kind of did last year, won these big games going into the end of the year. So if we can pull it out Friday night, that'd be huge to go into sectionals.
One other thing, you did the little stuff right again tonight, so
Yep.
big stuff. So,
Yep.
All right, Anthony, you got the certificate last night. Now, could kind of go co-player of the game. So, Alan Plummer, you're getting the Ticino's Pizzeria Restaurant Player of the Game certificate tonight. Free pizza for you heading your way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Great game.
Great game, boys.
Thank you.
Great game. Great game.
All righty, back over here now at the table. Paul Russo, Nate Sharman, as we wrap up our coverage here tonight. Nate, awesome catching up with those couple guys here tonight. And a big win for the Blue Devils as they try and get everything going in the right direction here heading into the postseason.
Yeah, a lot of fun getting the video interview there, too. Something different that we're doing now. A lot of fun getting the faces on camera is always a good time. Paul, you got a good face for radio, though, I will say.
Yeah, I've been meaning to cut my hair. Keep kind of forgetting to. Been meaning to trim the beard. Keep forgetting to. All part kind of it in a sense. So let's do a quick scoring breakdown here before we head out. Start with the victorious Mynderse Blue Devils. 18 for Anthony Luffman and Alan Plummer. They had the team's high there. 9 for Griffin Hillmeyer. 7 for Braden Seminary. 6 for Nicholas Manzel. 4 for Jack Brady. And 3 for Derek Mercedes Herrera. On the Waterloo side, 19 leading the way. Dylan Caraballo had the game high and team high for the Tigers. It was 12 for Cameron Jacobs, 10 for Justin Knowlton, 9 for Hayden Willett, and 8 for Carter Peterson.
Yeah, fantastic game by both sides. Mynderse just able to have a little bit more energy to finish that off. Talking about the juice in this gymnasium, they really fed off that tonight, I thought, and they really were the better team towards the end. But I thought Waterloo played a really hard-fought game. Took a lot of lead changes in that fourth quarter on both sides. Both teams hit big shots in that fourth quarter.
Mynderse improves to 10-8 on the year, moves to 500 in league play at 6-6 for Waterloo, fall to 13-4 overall and 9-3 in league play. For the Blue Devils, they, as mentioned, they're heading to Newark next on Friday, and then we'll wrap up the regular season at home against Penn Yan next week. For Waterloo, it's at Geneva on Friday night, then home against Wayne, and wrap up on the road in a non-league game against HAC a week from today.
Yeah, like we said with Valentine's Day, might as well spend it in a gymnasium, right? It's nothing better than basketball this time of year, especially high-level basketball being played in a lot of these gymnasiums across upstate New York.
Well, Nate, it's been a pleasure as always, because for us, that pretty much wraps up our regular season coverage of live gameplay anyway here on FairlyAce1.com. We still have the Upstate Hoops podcast coming up Monday at 2 p.m. Recap the week that has been here so far, as we pretty much have made camp here in the corner over at Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium the past couple days. So really appreciate Kevin Korzaneski and the staff here at Mynderse for being accommodating. Appreciate everybody, staffs this year, for making us be welcomed and accommodating where we've been so far. So looking forward to what the sectional run will bring for us here at FL1.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun calling those big high-stakes games towards the end of the year. A lot of energy.
Well, Nate, appreciate you as always, as we'll get you back on your way and heading out here on this Wednesday night. And appreciate everybody for tuning in and listening as well. Your final, once again, here from the Arthur L. Baker Gymnasium, Mynderse 65, Waterloo 58. Appreciate everybody once again for listening. Tune in. For Nate Sharman and everybody back at FairlyAce1.com, I'm Paul Russo. Thanks again, everybody. We'll talk again soon.